Hello listeners and other random people. Welcome to the Blitzkrieg channel. I'm Games Master. I know you haven't heard a lot from me. Well, I'm really lazy and I haven't really done anything. But since it's finals week, I thought it'd be a good time to make a YouTube video. I'm going to show you my worm deck today. It's a light attribute deck, so I run really interesting things. A lot of fun. So to start off, 3 Dimikles. He's the beat stick of the group. You flip it and you get 300 attack and defense. Next up, Worm Cartaros. I run 3 more of him. He's the searcher. I like to search himself out. Very useful. Next up, Worm Apocalypse. I run 3 of him as well. Flip, destroy 1 spell or trap card. Useful for field spells. Take out the Earthbound Immortals. Really anything. That face down mirror force. Awesome. Next up, Worm Barsees. Not the best card, but one of the few worms that are actually out. For tuning power, Krebons and 2 Hyper Synchrons. Hyper Synchron for those 8-star Synchros. I don't use a lot of dragons, so his effect doesn't really matter to me. Sangan, the old Universal Searcher. Morphing Jar. Cyber Dragon, one of my favorite light cards. Guardian of Order, a really fun card because this deck stalls a lot, so I could have 1 creature out, flip it on my turn after using Waboku on yours, and then summon something else, and then summon Guardian of Order. Gorz. I'll admit that I was a little hesitant to use him at first, but after play testing with him, he's such an amazing card. Everyone needs a Gorz. Since this is mainly reptiles, Evo Dragon Ananta. It's like my Dark Arm Dragon, except on steroids. My favorite card, Honest. Unfortunately, I only have 1 copy of him, and while I know that getting more would be a good idea, they're really hard to come by. 3 Wabokus for some stalling power. Really old school card, I really like it. 2 Threatening Roars. I actually prefer the Waboku over Threatening Roar, that's why I only run 2 of these. Since this is a reptile deck, offering to the Snake Deity, pop 1 of mine and pop 2 of yours. Next up, the staple traps. Mirror Force, Call the Haunted, Torrential Tribute, and not a staple, but another stall card, Gravity Bind. It's useful because if I have this on the field and it's hindering me more than it is hindering my foe, I could just use Worm Apocalypse and get rid of it. Next up, the magic cards. MST, Heavy Storm, Smashing Ground, Brain Control, and 2 Books of Moon. This is an amazing card. The only problem is that if you use it on your opponent, make sure you look at the defense before you use it on the creature. I've played in tournaments where I've used Book of Moon and then I didn't remember what the defense was, so I couldn't kill the creature. Next up, my Synchros. First off, Goyo Gaurdian, the most broken Synchro ever. 2 Air Knight, Avenging Air Knight, Parshaths. Since this is a light deck, it works really well. I could switch one of my opponent's monsters and pierce them. Colossal Fighter. Magical Android for that nice little life gaining. And 2 Iron String Dragons just because I have them. I don't really like Synchros, so I try not to use them, but in today's format you can't get by without using them. Well, that was my deck. Tell me what you think.